Okay, I think you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, welcome. New format. It's a stream, and obviously I've tried to stream on here before, the history of the channel, and it went absolutely horribly. Gotta remember I can't swear here. Um, so yeah, new format, new YouTube thing. I'm using OBS on a laptop. I finally found a way to do it. Apparently it's quite easy, and I'm just thick. So yeah, it's good. It's good to be doing this. But yes, today we've got a couple things I want to talk about and a couple things I want to do. It is obviously my birthday in a couple of days, and I thought it would be quite fun to draw some OCs and characters, kind of surrounding my avatar in sort of different media and sort of types, like a Fursona, a Spider-Sona, drawn into Family Guy, different universes, things like that. And then we got a couple of games I want to try. I want to try. Now, I don't know how much time we're going to have exactly. This could be a very short stream, or it could be quite a long stream. You never know. But the idea is to keep it going for as long as I can. Because again, like I said, there's some things I want to talk about. I do have ideas for maybe doing Infinity Craft. Now, here's the thing. Again, I don't know if we're going to have time for that, or if it's going to really fit with everything else that's going on. It could be quite fun though, because I've had a little play with it off cam. It is very, very fun to do. It's so like weird. The combinations, they don't blow me away, but it's so weird what they make out of them. It's strange, like fucking strange. And then I think maybe some Gartic phone. So things that I've tried in the past, obviously, are the things with Jackbox games, which you do have to buy off Steam. And I'm actually saving up to get some Jackbox games. I'm getting some money for my birthday, so hopefully I should be able to jump in there, grab some of them, and we can play them on other streams. And yes, that's the thing. I'm hoping in the future to do more streams. Obviously, let me know down. Well, not down in the comments, in the chat, obviously. Yeah, would you like to see more streams? Would that be a thing that you would prefer? Would that be a cool thing to do? Because I honestly am enjoying this quite a lot. The other thing with streams is there's not so much editing, so it is literally just straight in. But it's also why you have to be careful what you say, because you can't cut it out. Oops. Ah, I'm my pen. I'm a pen. Yeah. Just putting up some reference here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead started. We're going to go ahead and get started. So, with the idea of OCs, I don't entirely want to base it around the avatar they already have, which is the eye basically on top of a figure. What I want to do is use the colours from that image to create specific OCs or personas in certain universes and types or styles. So, yeah, just going to grab up a couple. And it's kind of mainly because just trying to find a good picture here as a reference. There we go. There we go. That's a good one. Yeah. It's fairly useful. If I go on here, look, and I just pull up this image, go on here. There we go. Perfect. No, thank you. Right. Where am I going to chuck this so I can see? I think I'll put it against this. Actually, no, I could put it in here. I've got like a little stand here that I can use for some of my drawings and stuff. It's quite helpful. It's not actually a tripod, but it's that's not going to fit, is it? Fuck's sake. Ah, no, I can't say that. I can't say that on the stream. I'll get flagged. Stop it. There we go. Right, I've got the reference up now of this sort of Family Guy figure as a base, kind of just to start off. But yeah, what I was saying is that with the actual avatar that I have, the eye that's on top of basically a figure, I don't want to... actually, you know what? I need to put up the... I don't want to pull up the entire... What was I even talking... I forgot what I was talking about now. No, that's the wrong thing. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not used to streaming, as you can see. I don't... With my main kind of avatar, what I don't want to do is put that into a different style. What I want to do is use the colours from the eye to then kind of go ahead and actually create characters from that. And obviously they'll all look slightly different, but they'll have that signature eye in the centre of the face, or on the chest, or on the hand somewhere. It's kind of like the basis for stuff. Or I could do ones that are literally just like that. We'll have a look. We'll have a look and see. Right, if I just whip up this here, Control V. Right, if I basically shove this up in said corner, if it will actually move, thank you very much. And just expand it ever so slightly. Right, I need to make sure I'm drawing on the right layer as well. That is always a problem, because it's bloody annoying. Always. Swore again, but I didn't. Yeah, so another thing I want to kind of mention is Patreon. Patreon, yes. So I obviously, well, I know you'll, well, some of you'll know. I started the Patreon a couple months back, kind of got everything set up. There's only a couple videos on there right now, obviously, because just started out. But I think the idea that I want to do now is kind of bounce back between a normal video and a Patreon video, where I basically go ahead and do one normal video, one Patreon video, one normal video, one Patreon video. But with the sort of current theme of things, there's not going to be a very specific schedule, so there might be drastic gaps between one or shorter gaps. Obviously, if it's a bigger gap, it's either going to be me taking a break or having an art block, which I did actually have recently. They're really not great, but I think the best way to just get back in from an art block is to make yourself do something, push yourself into it, get something done. Even if it doesn't turn out great, it's kind of that step back, or opening that door back into kind of your artistic ways. Really not good at phrasing. Why does this keep going off so quick? How do you change? Right, so all the Family Guy characters seem to have this very sort of signature pose. The death pose is, well, very common in Seth MacFarlane's material as well. So I think what we're going to do is grab we're going to do kind of like a, well, not complexion, but basic makeup on a base and then add the colour on top. Sort of same technique that I always do. And if you go, fuck's sake. I just swore again. Bloody thing. I can say bloody. Bloody is not a swear word. What was I say now? Yeah, if you go back and watch some of my more recent videos where I actually started digital art, which was, I think, only December last year, you can see that I actually put the process up on screen for rendering and drawing and things like that. And it's the one I actually used when I was doing traditional drawing, which is, I'm still into, definitely still do it in sketchbooks and things for like ideas and just random bits and bobs, and sometimes I actually scan things in to put onto here to then draw, or I will conceptualize things on paper and then actually draw them on here instead. But yeah. And yeah, coming back to the Patreon side of things. So, with kind of like Patreon and stuff, actually, how am I going to do this? Because I could do this on my I might open a new document instead, because this might be a bad way to do it. If I... Give me 1 sec. I might have to open a new document and not do it on here, because I do actually have a document where the eye is already like a thing. I think I should just be able to draw off of there anyway. If I pop onto... If I just delete this then. Right, if I go File and Open, I should have the... Where is it? Where has it gone? No, yeah, here we go. Right, Open, Redraws. What I might be able to do is... It depends how big this file is. Yeah, it's getting there. Also, this thing isn't as good quality anymore, so what I might actually do is, if I come out of this, if I go over to Image and... No, not Image. File, Open Recent, no, Open, File and Open, and then Screenshot, right. If I open this screenshot, yeah, this was the basic recreation of, well, the eye digitally. And if you actually look at the profile picture now, you should see that it is actually different, because it's this one here. The only kind of subtle way to know is by looking at the sort of like the bottom left side underneath the eyelid. There's a very subtle change that you might be able to spot. But basically what we're going to go ahead and do is close that, get rid of this, or actually what we'll do is go T and then Control V, just copy and paste it there. I'll clean up at the edges in a minute, actually we can do it now. If I go like this and then go to E, make sure we're on the right brush, which is that one. Go to E again, size, go to B, size, we'll go about that big, yeah, so if we go back to V, which is that one, that way we can Well, actually, I'll tell you what, Control Z that. If I go S, I can select this stuff out and just... Why is that not working? I know it is, it's just colour on the back looks a bit different, obviously, because I'm not working on a white canvas. So I just get rid of all of this white around the edge. It should allow me to have the picture in its normality. Actually, I can do this a different way. If I just going to get rid of all of this, sorry. I don't know why I didn't do this way before. It's the way I've been using, well, for ages. But essentially all you do is go like that. Oh no, this doesn't work. I've just messed up actually, because it's not going to work, is it? No, this way will have to work then, because otherwise it doesn't. Right, let's just redo all of this again then, hey? This is fun, isn't it? Oh god. What is this stream going to end up being? Shut up, birds! Bloody birds. I don't know what they are. They're either like goldfinches or garden tits or whatever they are. They land on my windowsill and they're bloody annoying. They have the most high-pitched squeak ever and it's fucking annoying in the morning. It's the worst sound ever. In the evening it's even worse because there's bunches of them in the trees and they just constantly squawk and scream. It's horrible. It's nice when it's out in nature, yes, but when you're trying to get to sleep or when you're just here, it's bloody awful. Right, if I go B and then I don't believe we're selected anywhere. If I go E and then grab my pen. What's going on here? I was checking because I got some. Oh no, it's just telling me that it's streaming. Okay. Right, if we go select and deselect, there we go, and now we can just erase all these extra bits around the edge. But yeah, I think the only thing I will say is they have to go somewhere at 4. I don't even know if we'll make it that long, but obviously people are coming back and I can only really stream when there's people out. Because the volume that I have to speak at obviously drastically changes when there's people in. So yeah, you have to be a bit careful about timing. Also, we've got the shopping coming as well, I think between 12 and 1. So either this will be a two-parter where I do some today and some tomorrow, or I do one today and then one next week, which could be kind of fun, because I could do some OCs in between. We could have a look back on them. And yeah, so anyway, that is that whole thing cut out. Well, not exactly, but if I go ahead and delete this, then grab this and Control T it and shove it up in the corner, I can now either copy and paste this just onto the head of something that I draw, or I can go ahead and use the colours that are on it to again go ahead and just kind of lay down a skin tone for certain things. Right, let's actually get an OC done. I'd like to get at least one done in the time that we have the stream up. I might just thin my brush a bit because it's coming out a bit thick right now. If I... why is it... The opacity's down, actually. No, I'll put the opacity up. I can just lower the layer opacity when I go ahead and do it. Let's put the size up quickly and go to E. There we go. There we go. And then put the size back down. So is it 4.37? Something like that? Perfect. Yes, perfect sketching size. Yeah, anyway, come back to Patreon. So when I kind of started out, I had some ideas of things I wanted to do. There's Discord access over there for anyone who would like that. And the best thing about Discord in Patreon is that I will see it a lot more than comments. I do try to reply to all my comments on videos, on things I probably could do next in other videos, but they don't always get seen. Sometimes they get missed. Whereas if you're in Discord on Patreon, it's a massive community of people. You can chat with other people in there as well. I'll be in there now. I'll be in there every now and then, obviously, as well. And with that, you can kind of obviously have video suggestions, ideas that might get turned into videos. And if you're worried about them just being on Patreon and you having to pay extra, they won't. Well, obviously, unless they're non-PG. They probably won't, and they most likely will just be put on YouTube for everyone's leisure. So that'll be a cool thing. Yeah, so with this Family Guy one, a lot of them do just have kind of normal heads. So I'm trying to give them that sort of my head shape with a bit of exaggerated proportion in length, I guess. Now the only thing is I'm terrible with faces, which is why I draw monsters and creatures and things like that. I never ever really draw humans unless it's absolutely necessary, and even when I do, I draw them without eyes or a mouth or anything like that. I have been trying to practice with the sketchbook stuff. As I say, I still draw like traditionally, but it's not 100% all the time great. Now I think that's actually a pretty good base layout for everything there. All I'm going to do now is just add in the neck. So people in Family Guy obviously have very short necks that come from kind of there, and then they're under the chin as well, because these are very cartoony people, I will say so. And I think the idea for this one is to kind of go with if it's Family Guy, so I guess you can kind of be in whatever clothes you want, and I would go with sort of casual wear for this one. So I'm thinking maybe headphones, it's like an overfit t-shirt, possibly some tracky bottoms, and then just some comfy socks, or maybe even hoodie instead of a top. We'll have to see. And then obviously you've got some jewellery to put on as well. I don't really have any eyewear, so that won't be a problem. And then I guess I could also... What I might actually do for this one, actually, yeah, because I don't really draw mouths and stuff, do I? So I guess a cheap way around that would be to be able to put the eye here on top of this face once I've got this whole sort of body figured out. So if I just do the rest of this, yeah, so Family Guy stuff, it's cool. It's all kind of like very simple and curvy, which is what I'm trying to emphasize with this. So if we draw that down, the shoulders aren't even because it's kind of... And honestly, I do love drawing in toon styles because it is a lot simpler, but less can obviously always be more with certain drawings. I think my figure's going to be rather skinny as well. So if yeah, because they don't have any like muscle proportion, do they? It's all very just kind of straight down stuff. If I'm doing a t-shirt, I would need sleeves, yes. So I think I'm going to draw like the clothes on the figure as like a base, rather than drawing the skin underneath. So I think what I might do is kind of like a t-shirt like this, like that, yeah. And then if I do like an overfit t-shirt, it's going to come down, sort of hang off the shoulders a bit, and then I guess kind of sit there. And then this side, obviously the arm's a bit thinner because of proportion. But I'm trying not to make too many points, because obviously, again, Family Guy is sort of very smooth and curvy, obviously except for like architectural bits. Trying to be very rough with my lines as well. I don't know why the laptop's sort of lagging. Never usually does that. It's kind of weird. If I had a bit of like emphasis on the bits here. There we go. And all the figures, when they're sort of still standing, have this iconic sort of look where their hands are always kind of facing backwards. Kind of vibe. So I guess t-shirt, baggy fit, kind of down to here. I think my head's a bit too, but actually Family Guy heads are always a bit bigger than the body, aren't they? Shut up, birds! Oh god, they're all fighting on the roof and it's ruining the... I'm going to add a bit of kind of, I guess, again, emphasis with lines here, just to kind of show where the creases are in the clothes. And then with the hands, again, it's all that kind of same looking stuff. It's one bump there, and then you have 3 fingers here instead of your usual 4. I might actually give my figure sort of pointed claw hands. I do like drawing claws instead of hands. Is that alright? That looks a bit weird. I think it's because this finger needs to be further down. And then this finger needs to be slightly up, and this one needs to be slightly smaller. I think that looks alright. Again, I haven't really drawn Family Guy stuff before, so the hands are going to look a bit weird. And then this arm kind of comes down and then into itself. It's kind of bulge here, and then you have the fingers which kind of just start there. The t-shirt needs to kind of end here, so I guess we'll kind of like tuck it down and round. Almost like a drip out bit here. And then we just got to add the trousers in down the bottom here. Okay. So Family Guy stuff, all very straight lines. Now, I'm not essentially going to cheat here, but I am going to use the line tool for the legs. Because even though this figure's going to be wearing, I do have quite long legs. So one needs to be higher than the other. again because of proportion. And then all I can do is if I just switch back to brush, I can add those extra bits in here. Just extra creases over the thing. If I had the bulge there, and then kind of bring this down like that. There we go. And then what I could actually do is put the eye on the t-shirt instead. I know I'll put the eye over the face, it's fine. And then basically just kind of because family, yeah, it's very simple, so you kind of have to play into that. Because I'm trying to not make it look too like flared down the bottom here. That's a problem. Just looks like I've got cuffs on my fucking shoes. Stop bringing that up. It's so annoying. Right, and then just shoes. I wasn't going to do shoes. I don't think I've ever seen anyone wear socks in Family Guy. But it's kind of, you kind of just bring this out, and then that connects onto there, like that. There we go, and then we just do one more here. We go like that, and then what we can do is kind of just draw some extra bits again to show that they're actually socks and not shoes. I do a bit on heel as well. There we go, and then I guess we could do like a little signature bit here, or just like a couple lines going up like that. Again, show that they're socks and not shoes. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, the hat, I think the arms are a bit short, that's the only thing. So if I go ahead and select this bit here, all I'm going to do is just move it down ever so slightly. And maybe twist it a bit too. So then go in like that. Because I have orangutan arms for some reason. Like long arms. Long arms. And if I go to select and deselect, go back to B for brush, and then we can basically just connect these up like that. Now what we need to do is go ahead and add colour over the top of this thing, and then I guess essentially just add the eye over the top. Right, if we create a new layer, actually tell you what, I'm going to do every single base on this layer, just shuffle them around afterwards. If I go ahead and add a new layer, so layer, new paint layer. Oh yeah, so I guess kind of is something relevant. The thing I'm drawing from is this list, and this list is infinite. It's ever growing. I reckon it's going to outlast even me. But it's basically this idea that you create a list based off of any wacky, crazy, random ideas that you have at any point in time. You just chuck them down and then you tick them off one by one. But the problem is that every time I tick something off, I get a new idea, either as a spin-off of that, or I get a new idea just kind of out of nowhere. And well, the list just grows bigger than it was before. So it is an infinitely growing thing, but it's also where I get all my ideas from, I guess. And I'm kind of innovated and inspired by other people, so I think the Small Bit or Rip Finch, there's Drawfee as well, which is big art channel, group of people. What's the other guy? No, not Swatches. I think they do like Pokemon Evolution, but they're really good at drawing stuff. And then also, well, there's a couple other people, but it's kind of top 3 people that push me art towards a place. So yes, what we're going to do now is add colour. Now, in terms of, like I said, colour, I don't really know what we're going to do. I think maybe, again, I want to go with simplicity, so possibly what we're actually going to do for this layer is grab the polygonal selection tool and basically just go around and select all of this bit here for the t-shirt. That way I can actually get an idea of where stuff is going to go, and then obviously put the actual sketch over the top on the lower opacity layout, which is what I do with a lot of stuff when I'm colouring, and then use that as kind of like a map for where to put the outline and things like that. What have I just done? No! Stupid thing. Don't know why it does this. It keeps showing up with that like bubble in the middle of the screen as well. It's really, really annoying. I know it's like suggestions for brushes and things, but I don't know why it keeps going up or how to turn it off. Krita is a good program. It's a good substitute for Photoshop in terms of, well, price, because it is literally free. But I'm also not entirely to grips with it because it is ever so slightly different. Right, in terms of the t-shirt, I think I want to maybe go... I'm actually going to use colours from this thing, to be fair. I think I might go with the... I was going to say black, but I'm not entirely sure now. Maybe... Actually, no, we will go black. If I go B and then basically just kind of fill this in like that. There we go. Black t-shirt. Boom. And then we basically just do this for every single bit here. I am actually going to put the figure sideways so it's easier to see. And also we get a bigger perspective on things. Obviously the head I don't need to worry about. Now, colour of skin... I was going to do green, but I might actually just keep it in a very sort of greyish tone, which is here, or even a greeny sort of grey tone. I think will be quite cool for this. There we go. And then if I go back to polygonal, and basically all we're going to do is go all the way around and just select everything with the polygonal tool. That way, and lay the colours down, and then shortly after we can go ahead and lay down some outlines. It's going to work all the way around. And this is what you have to do sometimes. It's painstakingly long, but it is worth it. It is definitely worth it. And the main reason I'm filling in with a brush rather than just using the fill command is that sometimes it doesn't always reach the gaps of everything, and it can be a bit annoying. If we just go on here. What I will do is, yeah, just go back over with like the brush and stuff. I will go back over the brush in certain areas just to kind of push things out and create some curvier bits. But yeah, like I said, for now, we are gonna kind of just... Thank God, I thought it was a shopping just then. It's not. I've still got time. And then if we... Actually, I've just missed a bit here. If I go like this, and then... Basically just go up here like this, and I know it's going to look odd, but it's worth it because it just means I'm going to grab every single bit that I missed. Because we want those nice curvy bits around the edge. This may be a tad bit blocky again, but again, I can just kind of smooth out edges with the erase and this tool here. Gotta make sure you get everything though. It is actually looking alright. Yeah, so if we take out the base look, you can actually see this character starting to form. And again, it is blocky, but I can just go ahead and erase everything around the edges. Now, pants, not pants. Not pants. Trousers, baggy trousers, baggy trousers, baggy trousers, baggy trousers, baggy trousers. Yeah, if I'm thinking maybe that green color, or are we going to go with more of like a... I think it definitely needs to be a dark color, but I don't want to go black again. So I'm thinking maybe like a darker green. Or what if we went with this yellow and then added some like black accents down the side? I think that could look cool, yeah. Okay. If we go B, so we don't accidentally color sample something else, which is very annoying, because then you have to go find that color once again. If we just go over here, and basically, again, every single bit here, we're just going to go ahead and sample. Like that, and then we go B. We can of course go ahead and start just colouring this in. I actually think this is going to look alright. I'm always quite doubtful with my art, and I do often get myself down about how things are going to look, but obviously sometimes when things don't go to plan, it is actually better because it unlocks a whole load of like new doors for you, and you actually end up creating something better than what you originally intended to do, or you find some sort of new style that you've unlocked that you didn't know you could even do, or it's just literally just come out a piece, and it's quite amazing. Right, we've got those bits in, and then now we just need to do the socks. Now socks, I'm thinking maybe I'm not like an odd socks kind of guy, but I'm not a guy, am I? I'm not like an odd socks kind of person, but I don't really tend to wear socks that go with the stuff. So I'm thinking maybe kind of like, I think that colour will work. I mean, it is kind of with everything else, but I think it works quite well in terms of everything here. If I start out here, because it's not letting me. And the other thing is, I do want to get quite confident with my selection, which is why I'm going to start practicing using the draw selection tool rather than the polygonal selection tool, because as I said, it comes out blocky, which isn't always the best thing. It is when you're doing kind of very one-layered pieces where you want it to come out sort of fragmental and blocky, and you have that kind of concept in mind. But where you're doing more curvy things like this, especially for like cartoony things, although some cartoony things are blocky, but things like this, I think it would be much better to learn a steady hand for the draw selection. Right, if we go like this, look. There we go, that is the socks in place. We're just going to double layer it because you can still see the base through there. And then once again, all we're going to do is go ahead and just select and deselect. Come in here, remove the base, and basically just, if I actually lower the brush size, I should be able to draw these bits in with the trouser leg. And these bits are obviously going to be a bit more curved. I can actually add bits on if I wanted to, rather than taking bits off. The thing is that you've got to know when to stop adding, because if you add too much, especially in traditional art, the problem is if you add too much, you can't really go back from it, especially if it's like acrylic paints or too big of a shape or something like that. Whereas in digital it is a lot easier, obviously, to get rid of stuff, so you've got undo, which you don't really have in real life except erasers, but that only really works for sort of base sketch stuff, because otherwise you'll end up ruining a whole piece. You've got to have some sort of restraint on knowing where to go with stuff, and I guess that's kind of the case for a lot of things. So for example, music as well, you've got to know when to stop adding tracks and beats and things as well. Is it too sort of crowded and things like that? So yeah, it's kind of, you've kind of got to draw yourself a line on knowing where to stop and how to stop, and kind of what's actually look best. And it comes back to that thing, sometimes smaller things or smaller parts of things, simplicity can actually cause a lot more detail or a lot more effects, because you haven't gone overboard with stuff. Right, there we go, just finishing up the t-shirt. So yeah, all I'm going to do is kind of round out the edges here, just like this, and actually give my character a bit of a fuzz around the edge as well with this brush, which is rather fun to do. There we go. And again, we're just going to curve this up a bit up here, rather than having such a blocky edge. There we go. And again, I don't know why my laptop's being so laggy. It might be because of the stream. Because it's never usually like this, and I haven't really streamed before, so I guess it is the stream. and I'm sorry if it's coming through on your guys' end. I'll tweak that for next time, and obviously watch back in playback to see how everything turns out. Hopefully I can fix the issue and it shouldn't be too much of a problem next time. Because yeah, I'm planning to do this again, and like I said, obviously there might be a part 2 of this if we don't get it all finished today. So I'd be happy to try this again, and or more birthday streams, or just streams in general. Again, with the video ideas that you could put in the Patreon Discord chat, they might end up as live streams as well as videos, which I think would be pretty damn cool. Right, so I think what we're going to do now is add it. Actually, tell you what, when we add the outline, that's when we'll add the details with stuff too. So if we come down here, I think we just need to kind of round out these edges here to, if we go B like that. There we go. There we go. And I have actually been teaching myself to draw the straight edge. The only problem is where I'm sitting right now, not particularly comfortable, but it's the best I can do, especially for a stream, because otherwise the audio definition would not be great. I am actually planning to get a mic. I think I mentioned this already actually. Yeah, I'm saving up to get a better mic for said streams. And facecam's never really a thing that's spoken to me. Obviously I don't show really my face on camera. I am working on a couple masks right now, which could be quite a lot of fun though. So anyway, that's everything in place. All we need to do now, I guess, is grab this color again, go B, add the base again, and just draw in the neck. This one I won't actually use this selection for, because I reckon I can just kind of work it in myself. If I get the basic shape down, I then just go back over it. Right, if I go like that, and then go out of base, yeah, you can kind of see where the shape is. I can just kind of fill this in. Now, I do actually usually draw on top of a grey background. I thought for this I might not, because I didn't know whether it would be visually great for the stream. Perfect, there we go. And now all we need to do is obviously add outlines and chuck in said layer. Right, if I actually I don't know if I'm gonna, will that fit in the, actually will. Would that fit in the Family Guy kind of, I guess it is my own unique take. So it shouldn't really matter. Also, if I need to, I can give it an outline or a stroke, whatever it's called. There we go, perfect. Right, if I chuck this one underneath, that way it sits rather okay. I'm all just gonna maybe shrink this a bit. I know Family Guy characters have big heads, and this is obviously large in proportion to the body, but I do also want to kind of be able to see the shoulders. So if I go like that, and then go back to here, I will control E this down, which is merge layer on Krita. But what I'm basically going to do is just quickly grab the brush and extend the neck up a bit so it does actually connect underneath. Oh yeah, perfect. And actually what I might do is change this back to grey, because it is a bit visually hard to see. I won't go full, like... There we go. Oh, you can actually see the white bits on there now. That's handy. If I go like this, look. Actually, if I just go B and then select and deselect, I should be able to erase these fairly easily. And then we're just going to give this thing outline, a bit of stroke, and yeah, finish off, I guess. I will just delete these white bits from the original reference as well, because obviously I'm going to be copy and pasting it a bit on some characters. Also, I wouldn't really regard this as cheating in terms of the head, because I have already drawn this and put the effort in. So I guess all that's really happening is just a bit of addition. And what is going on? If I go like that. Obviously, let me know. What did you think this is cheating? Would you technically class this as cheating? I don't know if I would, but it's just ruined it, hasn't it? A little. There we go. Perfection. There we go. Probably doesn't really fit. Just what pisses me off the most. I mean, I get it's all right. Right, yeah, let's add these lines now. So with black, obviously it's going to be a bit harder because actually, I don't think it's true black, actually. I think it is like slightly off black. If I grab the other brush, which is this one here, obviously thin it way down, put the opacity up and take it off E, which is eraser, obviously. And all I'm going to do now is add outlines to my character. But I'm also going to be clever about this, because I'm going to go S and select, boom, and B. That doesn't work, does it? It looks awful. Is there a way to add stroke in? I'm actually just going to look this up. Is there a way to add a stroke in Krita? 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 Don't know what it is. My god, that's loud. Good thing it's playing through my headphones. Just bear with me here. But yeah, the other thing is, once I do this, so I obviously don't have a stream background right now. The image that's on there, that kind of is like a backdrop for the first bit, it's a temporary image. So what I'm hoping is once I have all my OCs done, is I can actually put them in a collage. And I'm also planning for another stream that I do in the future to actually have like a backdrop with my room and my setup here and everything, with obviously back facing me, but all my OCs are kind of going to be sitting in the room or standing in the room or hanging from things. And the room will kind of be like different themed depending on what video it's going to be. So it could be fantasy, there could be like a bunch of monster bits around, there could be a mimic in the corner. I've also been catching on Delicious Dungeon, which is, it's freaking amazing. I never really watched anime, but I will say one of my favourites that I've watched, I have watched Attack on Titan actually fully through. I've also watched One Piece, the original one, which is the anime, not the real life one. But yeah, it's amazing. So that could be inspiration for the backdrop. Right, what I'm going to do is, if I control E this down. Oh, I see. Okay, this is very easy. This is way more easy than I was. This is way more easy than I was making it. Yeah. So basically, all I need to do is basically just, if I go ahead and duplicate layer or mask, and chuck this underneath. Right. If I hide the original layer, grab this in selection, obviously. So yeah, the contingency way to do this is if you go contingency select and like that, it selects the whole area. And then what you can do is invert selection so that it only selects your character, which is, well, it's perfect, right? And basically all we're going to do is create that black outline. Or actually, I'll go B here because I know I need to. Yeah. All we're going to do is create that black outline here. Like that, but it's going to be the backdrop, obviously. There we go, perfect. Right. And then all we need to do is go ahead and reveal this image here. Oh, why is that playing out loud now? I think my headphones are run out. Right, I'm going to have to keep this video on low volume. I mean, I doubt it'll get copyrighted, but I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, so I think all we need to do now is go ahead and basically Control T. Just ever so slightly shrink this down and then just move it back up. No, that does not work at all.
Just to make sure it really is white, I come over here to the magic, select the wand tool, click all the white, and then I go on the paintbrush, make sure it's still in white, and then I just color it all in again, just to make sure that everything is really white. So then now I want to make this white section bigger because I want it to be behind the sticker and I want it to be the border that shows. So
I did it wrong. Okay. Let's go back to this layer. Oh. I don't have section. What? Select and shrink. Oh, grow selection. What the hell?
to 25, and as you can see, it went from right here to right here. So
I see. Yeah, so I think the only thing with Family Guy outlines, they're kind of thin, so I think that might be a bit too big. If I maybe go like 7, I think that'll be okay. And then, yeah, so if I go like grow selection, if I go by like 7, that's perfect. Oh my god, that's so cool. This is way easier than it looks. Right, so then if I just go, oh my god, yeah, there we go. Literally, like that. Easy as pie. Easy as it could be. Like that. My character now has a stroke or an outline. Boom. That was so, oh my god. Yeah, I think it's still a bit thick though, that's the only thing. Maybe if I go like, grow selection, right. If I go like 5, actually no. Right, if I go shrink again. Oh shit. We'll just draw again. If I go select and grow selection, I think I might do like 5. That's better, yeah. So now if I go B, and I just go ahead and fill this all in like this. That's much better. There we go. This is such a cool way of doing stroke. Yeah, because it is literally so simple. I don't think the black t-shirt really matters with the kind of thing here on this little dot. I'll get rid of it. But yeah, that's the entire thing done. Right, so then all I need to do is basically go back to this layer here. Go to S, obviously surrounding the whole area but where it is, and then select and invert selection. It will select inside of the stroke or the outline because it's a separate layer. And this is where I can kind of draw my lines. And this is also where I'm going to grab the base layer, make it visible, and chuck it over the top, but then also ever so slightly opacity it down that way. There we go. I can actually see how everything's meant to look. So if I grab the line tool, how thick is that actually? That's way too thick. Say up a tiny bit. Yeah, I think that's good there. If I just make this line here, look. Like that. I can just, yeah. I can just go ahead and draw my stuff. If I go back to Beeler, I can zoom out here, but it won't draw anything because, again, it's on a certain thing. So now I can kind of just draw everything in a very simple and serene way. And again, if we just come over here, there we go, like that. And then again, all we need to do is literally just come in here and keep drawing. This is great. This is absolutely amazing. And I'm actually getting pretty good at drawing straight lines without the thing too, which is good. So then we just need to draw some straight lines up, like this. Again, emphasizing that these are socks and not shoes. Actually, I might just skip those bits out because they look alright like that. I'm actually not too bothered about. So I had it on E. No, why go to E? Why is that not working? I'm sending it to E, but it's not erasing. go, and then obviously we just add the socky bits here. There we go, and then we just need to add the finger bits, fingies. There we go, there's one there. And then I think what I might just do is add a slightly off black grey collar around the top of the t-shirt and also where the sleeves are, just that we can see we are actually wearing a t-shirt properly. Again, it's just those simple details as well that kind of give it everything. No, stop bringing that up! What are you doing? And what I'm actually do is just use these bits here. If I go back to the line, actually no, I think we'll just leave that, yeah, black. Oh, actually I need to go, stop bringing that up! Right, if I go back to black here. Back in black, black, I'm back in black, I'm back in black, back in black, on the shack. I knew. I don't give a fuck. 9 lives, cat size. Back, and I'm back in black. I'm back in black. I'm on the shack. Cut loose on the shoes. Nine lives, cat size. Back, 'cause I'm back in black. I'm back in black. Sorry for that awful singing. I'm usually a lot better. I think I'm just off today. Finally finishing the first OC. Well, kind of persona, I guess. These are more personas than OCs. I think, yeah, OC is original character, isn't it? Or original creature. Or own creature or own character. It's one that you seldom come up with. Whereas a persona is more something of yourself that you've already created. And then you're just kind of chucking into that universe. I guess if it's an entirely new thing and not what I'm doing here is technically more of an OC. But regardless, I love this. I love this a lot. I think it's looking absolutely great. Actually, I need to check. Do they have? Do they have like underchin bits as well, or is it just? Is that bit just clear? I'm guessing they do. Yeah, like I said, I will just need to check. Yeah, they have underchin bits, but it doesn't all the way join up. So if I do like a Actually, mine's like front facing, so it probably would join all the way up. There we go, perfect. Oh, actually, I forgot the bulge. I forgot the bulge in the front. There we go. No, that's a bit angular, isn't it? There we go. Perfect. Right. Yeah, like genuinely perfect. If I go ahead and take out the base, obviously, and then select and deselect, grab that layer and Control E. That is our Family Guy gun. Gun? Done. Where is it? And then Control E. That is our Family Fight. I can't talk. That is our Family Guy figure done. Now, the only thing is, with the updated versions of the Family Guy figures, there is shadows in there. Well, they're figures. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and add some shadows. So if I go... obviously, it won't matter over the outline. Again, contingency selects, like that. And then select and invert selection. Boom. I could just reselect, but it's more fun to do it this way. Yeah. So what I'm thinking actually maybe is if I do all OCs today, obviously up until the time I can't do them, or when the shopping comes, or when my laptop runs out, which is nearing, which is frightening to be honest. If I do a stream up until I can today, and then maybe I'll come back at a different time to do the backdrop for the stream, and then also I could come back for the backdrop of, not the backdrop, the other games and stuff I think would be a lot better. Same stream name, so just watch out. Obviously like and subscribe as well, really helps out. It's great motivation and support for the channel. And moi. Obviously, oh, you don't even know what age I'm turning, do you? I'm going to be 19. 19, yep. Big 19. Nearing to 20. I've got uni this year as well, actually. Which is going to be hella fun, by the way, because I'm going to pick up so many new bits and quips. From there, I'm going to art uni, which is going to be very fun. But obviously, I'm going to pick up skills while I'm there, but also while I'll be doing the channel as well. So I'll be doing extra bits here and there, applying the skills from uni in videos. It's going to be awesome. Right, so I need to decide where my light is coming from. I think I'm going to say in front, which means I'm going to have to put the shadows on the back here. Look, kind of just... They need to be slightly more visible. If I put the opacity up, I'm thinking maybe like a 24. Yeah, that's better. Boom. And now if we just do the same here. This actually kind of reminds me of what I did at A-level. I did art for photography based off a guy called Huskmit Navan, who did very sort of toony things, and it would have been hella helpful if I'd known how to do all like the strokes and things like this, because that was also kind of like the start of before all of that point. I mean, I've been practicing it, but I hadn't really used like digital art at all. I was kind of pushed more into traditional art, which, yeah, again, I do still enjoy, but I want to explore the side of digital art. I'm doing animation every now and again, just improving skills. But yeah, Family Guy figure, you are now done. Boom, 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 boom. I go select and deselect. I can now go layers and Control T, and I can move this guy out the way. Number 1 is done. So I can actually tick Family Guy off the list I have here. I've got an idea for this next one. So, yeah, this list of OCs, or personas again, I made quite a while ago. Some of them are a bit... For some reason I put cool, and obviously immediately, like, the stereotype for cool is backwards cap, kind of sunglasses, bit douchey. But obviously the eye, or the figure that I have, the eye, here is a singular eye. It doesn't have, well, 2 bits. So what I'm thinking is maybe have like Cyclops sunglasses, which was be quite cool actually. Like an eyeglass, like literally just with one thing though. It could be like urban goggles there. Shut up, birds! Just shut up! I mean it now. Really, shut up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is once again get a reference for a pose, and we're going to get going. If I grab this, and actually what I'm thinking is a lot of these could be stickers for streams, or member pass sticker bits for streams or join, or I could even create emotes and things like that with my characters here, because these can be drawn in any which way. But again, I kind of want to have them in certain ways for, yeah. Actually, if I open Pinterest, it's probably the best place to find, well, it's my personal best way to find poses. Ooh. Well, that's cool. Hello. He is hot. That is a... Oh my god. That's so cool. Oh, that's sick, by the way. I might just... Yeah, okay. I'm also going to... yeah, okay. Oh shit. Damn, I keep swearing. No, stop going on the picture. I just want to save a picture. Oh yeah, I really want to try that at some point as well. If I go on here and save that, and that, and that, that's perfect for the mask I want to make. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Oh, I want to save that too. Anyway, yes. Cool. Relaxed. Pussy. I almost said something. Poses. Cool, relaxed poses. I guess, I mean... Why is it... The image just disappeared? For God's sake. I actually like this one quite a lot. It's quite an odd pose. It's one of those ones that kind of, well, completely destroys perspective. But it's pretty damn cool. Let me give it a go. If I zoom in on this image, no, what is going on? No, stop moving yourself. Just let me move the canvas. Thank you. Right, we've got our next one. I'm just going to move my chair because I'm a bit uncomfortable. Like I said, very uncomfortable position. I've got my knees right against a radiator, which is freezing cold, which is perfect, but also kind of annoying because it's knobbly and bobbly. The laptop isn't a particular height that I probably would like, and I haven't got very much room. See, I don't have a desk in my room, so I have literally got this on my windowsill, and just shoved a chair next to it. So let's come and set up. But you don't really need like high tech stuff to make great videos. I mean, yeah, it would be nice, but I think the only 2-3 things I need are a desk, which I can get from IKEA. Fergen? No, that's German. Whatever they're called. I can get a desk from IKEA. I could build a desk on stream. That'd be good fun. I could build a desk on stream. I might do that. Yeah, so a desk from IKEA, and then also probably a microphone, just because I don't think the audio is gonna. I think the audio could be better. That's the only thing. Right, so yeah, again with this pose, my laptop is literally about to run out. So we're going to get this one done really quickly. Wow, 2 OCs in the matter of what? How long have we been going? Actually, I can check via because I can check on... Accounts are connected, so I can check my phone too. If I go to Creatures and Characters, or moi, je m'appelle Creature and Character. Aha! I found it! Yes! How long have I been going for? How it doesn't tell you how long, does it? Oh, we've been going for an hour and a half. Pretty decent time. Pretty decent time. Oh, and the stream quality is actually pretty damn good. Wait, is this great feedback, I wonder? Aha! I found it! Yes! How long have I been going for? Does this create feedback? How it doesn't tell you how long, does it? Oh, it's been going for an hour and a half. Pretty decent time. Pretty decent time. You know, the sound isn't actually too bad. I mean, again, it could be better. I think it just needs to be clearer. Oh, and the string quality is actually pretty damn good. Wait, is this great feedback, I wonder? Aha! I found it! Yes! Yes, it is creating feedback. I'm going to turn them down now because it's going to be infinite. Oh my god, that's loud. Great feedback? I didn't tell you. Oh no. No. Yes, it does create feedback. Just such a... Oh, have you ever done the thing where you put 2 phones together and they're ringing and it makes this insanely sort of high-pitched beeping sound? It's weird as hell, but it's basically where the feedback gets so high-pitched or to such a high frequency that the sound waves kind of just peak and it makes this really, really high sort of screeching sound. It's weird. You can do it with megaphones as well. If you face them into each other, it makes it incredibly high screeching sound. And you can actually crack glass with it if you get the right pitch or the right frequency. It's pretty damn cool. Anyway, yes, next OC. Cool. Cooler. Actually, what I might do is I might do it this way. Should be rather easy. I don't know why I didn't think of this first. if I just log in like this, look. Was it? Cool, relaxed. Oh, shit. Damn it! I keep fucking swearing. If I switch to the right brush once again. Is that the right thing? Yes, okay, good. Okay, so yeah, if we go ahead and obviously try sketch this pose out. A bit hard, but I like a bit of a challenge. Trying to look under my hand, that's the problem. If we start with the foot, it should allow us to problem is I have quite long, narrow feet. I don't have that I have flat feet, but I don't have the arch in your foot either. Which is kind of weird, but it's right, I need to make the shoes ever so slightly longer. Obviously it is at angle, so yeah. And then this just kind of goes straight up. So it's going pretty well. And then this needs to come up. But again, because of proportion, I don't know how things work. His leg is actually very short. I do kind of like the weird quirky poses though. So this could actually fit with kind of like a toony theme. But yeah, I think this is turning out quite well. Can kind of see the shapes starting to form around a bit. Again, got my big ass feet in there too. I am a UK size 13, by the way, which is annoying. Cool, but annoying. Because sometimes you have to get custom made shoes, which is not a thing. And also, as I'm a model as well, just means that I do have to cram my feet into shoes quite a lot. I think this pose has actually gone rather well. Again, you've got to play with proportion here because it's all about kind of how that sets in. I might just want to zoom in for the hand here actually, because it might be, I'm actually just going to use my own hand here for reference. So that comes out a bit, goes up. And again, I might just kind of point the fingers a bit, because I like to obviously draw creatures and characters. I guess the channel is called Creatures and Characters there, so. Yeah, this needs to come up more. And then that's basically just needs to come down into here. That also needs to come up a bit more there, and basically just stick out here. And then kind of just like yeah, that works. Okay. And then if we come back to the picture actually, I just need to see where the other hand is. So it kind of sits out underneath the leg, because the arm kind of just out and down. That, and again just kind of trying to get that basic makeup for everything. There we go, perfect. And then obviously we're just going to shove the head on as the image of moi. There we go, perfect. I think that pose is pretty good in terms of like replication of the other one. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, right, I can sort this out. Oh no, that's very bad. My PC is running very low battery, so I'm probably going to have to end the stream here. It's been wonderful seeing you all though. It's been absolutely lovely. I'm just going to get rid of this quickly before I go. It's been absolutely lovely seeing all of you. I've had a wonderful time. Even though we only got to do, obviously, a couple done. It's been great. I will see you all soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share. It really helps out. It's great motivation and support. I will see you all soon for another video. Again, check out the Patreon. I believe it should be linked at the start of the live stream. So, obviously, go check that out at that link. The stuff over there, the 7-day free trial, so you can test the waters before you dive into the tiers. There's less PG stuff over there, which is pretty damn cool. And I've already done a video on that less PG stuff. And also, there's behind the scenes and exclusive footage leading up to certain projects that are to come. And one is a very big one that I've been waiting for a while. And I'm really excited to actually get it out. So, hopefully, yeah, again, I will see you all very, very soon. And hopefully by then I'll be 19. Wonderful seeing you all, and bye-bye. Also, here are my socials.